What is going on, players? And welcome back to the Journeyman with me, FoggyPlays on FM22. Today we're taking on Rangers in the Champions League first knockout round. It's the first leg of that, and we're taking on Southampton in the Carabao Cup final. I don't have a Man City jersey, so instead I'm going to wear the opposition team's jersey and hope that gives us good luck. So, hopefully, it'll be a nice, comfortable victory for us against Southampton. We did play them recently and smashed them 6-1. So, here's hoping. But if you do want to enjoy this episode, do make sure to leave a like and, of course, subscribe. Now let's get into the video. Right, fellas. So, like I said in the intro, we're taking on Rangers and Southampton today. Southampton in the Carabao Cup final, which I think we got knocked out fairly early on in last season before we even arrived, so it's not our fault. But since we were here last, we have been in exceptional form as per usual, apart from the fact that in the last game we got smashed by Arsenal. God damn it. Then we went and beat Southampton 6-1. As you can see, Pedro Porro scored a hat-trick of penalties. It was a beautiful, beautiful experience. I just enjoyed it profusely. We went and beat Bournemouth 5-0 in the FA Cup, which was just a very, very comfortable game. We played Stoke in the next round. Had a friendly against Dundalk, which was meant to be Ruben Diaz's testimonial. It wasn't. I don't know what was going on with that, but we beat Dundalk 2-0. Did play a fairly rotated side because it was a friendly. Wanted to give an Irish team a bit of money as well, so I can't complain about that. We went and beat Wolves 2-1 relatively comfortably. Bateri picked up an injury late on, but just powered through. I think he finished the game. I don't think we had any other substitutes at the time. And we just recently beat Spurs 3-0. Just to kind of cement Spurs in the relegation zone. But we are currently 10 points clear of Arsenal and Manchester United. They played each other 2 games ago, I think it was, and Arsenal beat Man United, so that's fine. As you can see, Moukoko, top goal scorer, average rating is 3 of our players. We hit the most assists. Moukoko is clear top of the Player of the Match awards. Falcao is probably not going to catch Dean Henderson, and Pedro Porro is doing quite well with the old yellow cards, so that is fantastic. Yeah, we're taking on Rangers today. I would imagine we're going to be fairly comfortable in this one. We do only have one first team goalkeeper registered because I decided against putting Felix Guillermin or Josh Holland as our as a registered goalkeeper. So Rob Loughlin is sitting on the bench on the off chance we do pick up an injury or a sending off to Falcao. Pedro Porro is suspended for this game, so Bateri is going to continue playing. He is expecting to be given a fair amount of first team football. He did pick up an injury in the last game, that's why he didn't start, but he's playing in this one. So Falcao is starting a goal. Bateri, Odomo Bambadele, Diaz and Alvarez as our back four. Alvarez hasn't had a huge amount of opportunities, but he's been really good when he's played. He started 3 games and came off the bench in the FA Cup to make his debut. He's been pretty good. Pintos probably is starting to worry that he's not going to be first choice left back for too much longer. Valverde and Bellingham are going to play in central midfield with Douglas, Delaney and Simon behind Moukoko, who as an advanced forward hasn't really been getting involved recently. So I've swapped him to be a pressing forward in like halfway through the last game, and he got a lot more involved. So here's hoping that we can just continue the good form as we restart our unbeaten run. I think we'd gone, was it 30 something games without losing. Yeah, I think it was 30. No, maybe it was 30 games scoring before the Arsenal game, where we couldn't even get the ball in the back of the net. But Simon plays it back to Bellingham, Douglas, Moukoko. But Terry's going to take a chance. We've had a decent amount of shots already. Delaney doesn't even attempt to win that header, which is quite frustrating. Glenn Kamara and Morales are still playing for Rangers, so they've not moved on a huge amount. I was looking at the Scottish League as Makoko puts his free kick wide. Rangers are 4th in the Scottish Premiership, but it's a close league this season. There is, I think it's like 4 points between the top 4, or like 5 points maybe. It's a very close season in Scotland. So Celtic are still top, but there's a League One, a guy who was playing in League One before he joined Hibs is the top goal scorer. So, you know, Rangers seem to be putting all their eggs in the Champions League basket. And speaking of, we've just conceded. I was expecting this to be quite a comfortable win. We are away in the first leg, which is an advantage, but I also don't want to lose. So I'm going to shout at the players because really should be winning this one at a canter. Omobamidele's tackle does lead to a shot from Rangers, but nothing comes of the shot. It's like we've had 63% possession, we're losing. Ruben Diaz wins the header. Alvarez, big ball forward. Makoko doesn't bother chasing. Even though he's a pressing forward, you'd expect him to be pressing. He isn't. Pateri, beautifully taken. Finds Douglas, Valverde, Delaney. Back to Douglas. Gets fairly easily dispossessed by Toure. And now Rangers on the break. McMahon. Got someone, please stop Morales. The dude is like 35. Someone, please stop him. Rangers are getting an awful lot more of the highlights in the last 10 minutes or so. This is not quite what I was expecting, to be honest with you. I was under the impression we were going to absolutely demolish them. Omobamidele not having a great game. He's usually the rock in our defence. He's playing a 6.6 currently. Hopefully we can get better ratings. Valverde, almost goal of the season. Roma are beating PSG as well. So Falcao does manage. I thought that was going to be a mistake with the way the highlight started, but I suppose it would have been a little bit too early. Ruben Diaz, what's he going to do with that? Finds Jude Bellingham, Delaney, Simon, Makoko, puts Simon through. Back to Delaney. Beautiful bit of interplay between Delaney and Simon. Bellingham. Alvarez. Oh. Ooh. That was a pretty shot. Unfortunately, Alvarez doesn't find the back of the net. And the ball's gone through to Falcao. So what are we going to do with it now? Ruben to Omobamidele. Ruben. We're being very wasteful. I know we can't win the game in the first. Oh. Okay, so saying it hasn't crossed the line. Yeah, no, it didn't. Imagine if it just popped up there saying 2. I'd been like, okay, well, fuck me then. Yeah, we're dominating possession. We've had way more shots, but Rangers are just pretty good at putting the ball in the back of the net. That is not ideal. We are going to make a tactical change, and we're going to put Makoko back to being an advanced forward because he has done absolutely nothing in this first half. Maybe it is FM saying I shouldn't be wearing a Southampton jersey when we're going to be taking on Southampton. Thankfully, Falcao saves the header. Omobamidele finds Batari. Valverde. Back to Omobamidele. Ruben Diaz. Bellingham. Simon. Puts Makoko through. Makoko. Yeah, no, it's just our top goal scorer. Just putting shots. Easy shots. Like, he'd never miss that in a million years. Has just decided, nah, just gotta forget how to be a footballer. Just puts the ball behind. and now our players are losing aerial battles. Morales, Glenn Kamara, Kamara scored. Oh, the two players I was talking about at the start of this match have now been instrumental. I'm going to demand more. We're going to make a change. We have to make a change. Makoko, you are playing terribly. You're coming off for Castiel. Valverde is not having a great game. We're going to bring on Blas. Blas hasn't had a huge amount of opportunities this year. Every time not every time, but like a lot of the time we've been playing him, he's not been great. So this is his opportunity to prove that he is actually a player that we should be playing more regularly. Bellingham finds Alvarez. Alvarez back to Jude Bellingham. Whips it across. Castiel. He's definitely onside. I would be very surprised if this gets given as offside. Yeah. It looked like he was about 10 yards onside. Jude Bellingham looks like he wants to come off. Jude Bellingham's playing well. I'm not going to take off a guy who's playing well. Castiel proving that he should have probably started this game because Makoko did have to go away on a little holiday not too long ago because he was a little bit tired. Do I want to play you as an attack midfielder? Not really. I also don't really want to play as a Mazzella. I know what we're going to do. Bellingham's going to be a shadow striker. You can be a deep line playmaker. Just be on defend. Don't normally have a player that defensively minded. But Ronaldo Santos has been a handy player to have in the team. Not exceptional so far. He's not really lit the world on fire since he's arrived. He hasn't had a huge amount of opportunities. So to be fair, he does have Jude Bellingham, Valverde, and Blas. My mouse has stopped working. Okay. Please score at least an equaliser. I don't want to talk shit about Rangers and then lose to them. Thankfully, Morales has put his shot wide. Okay. I was like, what am I going to do? We have 3 strikers on the pitch. Why not just play 3 strikers? Makes sense to me. Alvarez, I know you're a centre back at heart. You can both be wing backs. We're going to go very attacking, more direct, run the defence, be more expressive, punt it. Falcao's already distributing quickly, but confirm those changes. Let's go. No, we're going to lose to Rangers. We're going to lose to Rangers. Why is there a very attacking button? What is the point? What is the point? Makoko, weren't at your best. Did any of the players make mistakes? No. No. Okay. Well, that's fine. All right, we'll be back in just a second for the game against Southampton, where we're playing the Carabao Cup final. Right, fellas, we're about to kick off against Southampton in the Carabao Cup final. Hopefully, we can do better than we did in that last game against Rangers, which quite frustrating. Not happy with that. But going into this game, I think we should be fine. Like I said, we did beat them fairly recently, 6-1. Don't think there's too many changes. Hector Lopez comes in for Ruben Diaz. Actually, we're gonna start. I'm gonna give Pintos the game because he's been here for longer. Haga comes in for Niall Delaney, who is cup tied. Bellingham moved forward to play as the advanced playmaker. And other than that, I think that's all the changes we've made. Yep, just the 3 changes. Even though we didn't play well in the last one, I still think the lads have enough about them. point the finger. The fans are okay, so they're not. Makoko, I expect you to give us the edge today. He hasn't scored as many goals as I would like recently. We do have a kickoff highlight, so this game could potentially be a long one. Pintas has an early touch. Simon finds Pintas again. Haga puts him on through. Gideon. I was going to play, what's his name? Inaldo Santos, the new Brazilian midfielder we signed. But I decided to put Haga in because Haga has been in and around the team. He hasn't been fantastic, but he has gotten us an early assist, which I am not going to complain about. Makoko with a free kick. Southampton clear it up relatively easily. Batari gets it after the clearance, and now Southampton are on the break. David Neres finds Livramento, who still has a 70 million price tag on him. So he's just Southampton really rate him, and I think FM seems to rate him as well because he is still being seen as one of the best. Oh, that was just far too easy. Speak of the devil, Livramento with the assist. Samwise equalises after 5 minutes. We had the lead for a very, very short amount of time. This is not going as I expected. These last 2 games have been interesting, to say the least. Makoko, I decided to play him as an advanced forward again today. I'm going to just swap him to be a complete forward for a little while. See if that does something. Is it just a case that he's just not able to play football anymore? Have I broken him? Christian Douglas is having a bit of a poor game. We do have Adeyemi and Castiel on the bench. So if they decide to not play good, and I think we can make 5 substitutions as well. So there is the potential for changes to be made. Makoko's put through by Batari, and Makoko finds the back of the net. Batari with the assist. Makoko is back scoring goals. He did have to go away for a week on a holiday because he was exhausted, which never ideal when your top goal scorer / best player is away. But he's come back and has finally decided that he wants to play football again. So that's always a good sign. They had the scores level for a short while. Falcao does manage to make the save from quite a distant shot, but now we've taken the ball up the other end, and Christian Douglas has the shot saved by Meslier, the current Leeds goalkeeper. Douglas with the corner. I think that was Saman with the header, but the keeper keeps a hold of it. Their striker, Gabriel Silva, is playing a 6.1. I think it's fair to say that he's not having the best of times. Just going to put my fist and tell the lads we can have the trophy at full time if we play football. Douglas's rating has gone up to a 6.9. 2 of my players are playing 6.7. They're not having fantastic games, but it's fine. I didn't check actually. Do we have 5 subs? But I'm going to leave it as is right now because there's no point in making changes just yet. Because we are winning. Livramento with the free kick to Turnbull. Batari gets back to Falcao. Lopez, Omabamadele. Valverde, Omabamadele. Lopez, Haga. Lopez, big ball forward to Simon. The giant that is Christian. Oh, beautiful cross into the path of Christian Douglas. Takes it on his left. Smashes it into the bottom corner. Left the keeper with no chance. This was quite a beautiful cross by someone. Lowish driven cross. Douglas just on the volley, half volley. Gabriel Silva is playing a 5.9. Hector Lopez, 1 yellow card away. This is the final. Mr. Assistant Manager, this is the final. 70 minutes in, I've completely forgotten to make changes. Bellingham can come off for Castiel. Simon can come off for Ravella. Douglas is also exceptionally tired. We'll bring on Adeyemi. We do have 2 more changes that can be made after that. I'm just going to freshen up the attacking midfield because everyone's just a little bit on the tired side. And then with 5 minutes left, might just make a couple more substitutions. They've taken off Livramento, so he has played his final bit of football for the day. Pintos is going to come off for... I'm going to bring on Porro. I'm going to bring Porro on, but I'm going to bring him on for Pateri because I think he deserves it. I'm going to swap goalkeepers. Goalkeeper substitution. Ruben Diaz is probably going to be like, but why didn't I even make it onto the pitch? Terrible clearance by one of the Southampton players. Adeyemi. Oh, it's hit the post. Keeper gets a touch to it. Journeyman is going to make his debut for the club in the Carabao Cup final. I'm going to give the lads a bit of praise. 3 minutes left, plus whatever they add on. Can't believe they've left on Gabriel Silva this entire game when he's played so poorly. Moukoko scored and is only on a 6.9. What is going on with Moukoko? But we have won the Carabao Cup. Get in 3-1. Jude Bellingham. I was going to say, who's the captain today? It's actually club captain Jude Bellingham is going to get to loft the trophy above his noggin as I stand there. Just quite upsetting that I'm not allowed to be stood here. But we have won the cup. Enjoy, lads. Pintos, you did not play well. But because I wanted to get Porro on, because he had played so many games in the Carabao Cup up to this point, he got the call to come off the bench. And so it's our first bit of silverware in charge of Man City. Get in. Repping the Southampton jersey. Playing against Southampton. Comfortable 3-1 win. A very good debut indeed. The dude played like 4 minutes against the team where their striker was having an absolute mare of a game. I could have brought anybody on in goal and it would have been just as good. So the game against Rangers, the second leg in the next episode. Don't really want to play against West Ham again, so we might play Leicester. League-wise, we're still 7 points clear of Man United and Arsenal. And then there's a little bit of a drop-off to Chelsea. But as you can see, Spurs 8 points behind Wolves now. I think Spurs might be getting relegated. Hopefully West Brom can get out of the relegation zone and push Everton down, because that will be just quite funny. West Brom have been in fairly good form recently as well, so that'll be good for them. As you can see, we are absolutely smashing everyone. 71 goal difference. We're a very, very good team. So if you have enjoyed this episode where we have won the Carabao Cup, the one that everyone wants to win, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Comment down below how you think we're going to do in the second leg against Rangers. That'll be quite an important game. I've already decided we're winning the Champions League, so we need to beat Rangers now. Dirty Rangers. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, fellas, and I'll catch you in the next one.